man alive, when you're listening to the Moose, you're getting every piece, every bit of what Tallahassee can give you when it comes to our local music community. One of those contributors, a long time, has been a part of Moose from our beginnings back in 2017. Donnie Jackson, who stepped up then and said, hey, I love what you're doing. I love the station. How can I help? What can I be doing to be a part of it? And I said, hey, get us your tunes, man. Get us your music, and we'll be just fine. His handle, it goes by The Saint, or Paradox Black. He's a throwback artist, you might say, who touches on new content and has a unique style of his own and lyrical ability. And he's able to fuse many of those things together, and he covers different topics in a way that oftentimes escapes other artists. So he's here today to bring to us some latest work and some news from the home front. Let's welcome Donnie Jackson, The Saint.
What's going on? How you doing,
So
Ryan?
good to see you again.
I'm glad to be here. I'm excited.
Brother, it's been too long.
Yeah, it's
Been
always
more
good
than
to
just
see
a
you.
minute. We'd say it's been a couple of hours since you were here last.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's, yes, been
That
a couple
true?
hours. That is true.
So there we go. And this work that we're pointing to, Healing Season. Tell us about that.
Healing Season is an EP that I've been working on over the past year, I would say. And the way I write music, I don't always just work on stuff. I just get feelings, I write stuff, and somehow it all comes together. So what Healing Season is about, because I also serve the community in the capacity of a deputy sheriff, and so I work in a detention facility, and now I work in mental health, and I see the pain. And I also work in my church, and I see a few members with things that are hard to get over.
They're struggling.
The struggle. And I was looking for some music because I haven't written music in I've recorded a few months ago, but over that I had just a dry season of just not doing it. And then I got the itch again, and I started doing it. But one thing that came to me is I heard a song, I heard some music, I got hold of some music, and it was called Pray For Me, and I listened to it, and immediately I knew what I was supposed to write about. And so I wrote Pray For Me with all those people in mind that just struggle, loss of loved ones, mental health issues. I have one person that I'm close to that was doing well, that struggled with drugs, and he fell back off the wagon, and now he went to prison. But he's still a saint. The Lord still loves him.
Absolutely.
And so that's what the whole Healing Season album is about. But particularly the first single off of that is Pray For Me.
You know, you just said something that brings to mind how difficult it is, I think, for all of us to come to grips with the fact that our worthiness doesn't depend on us.
Amen.
It depends on Him.
Amen.
And so your word there about your friend he's struggling and he's tried to get away from this addiction and all that it means, and then it gets pulled back in, and yet he knows God's love for him hasn't changed one bit.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm hoping that this can give him, all kinds of people, courage and the opportunity to hear and listen to this song and cry. And it's getting a big response right now on TikTok. It's almost at 5,000 views from last week.
Seriously.
And so it's blowing up, and I'm getting comments and people saying that they really like it, but I can't really take credit for it. It's what I felt, and it's what I delivered. And to tell you the truth, once I wrote it, it's kind of like the Lord tells you to do something, and you're like, I'll do it, Lord. And you look back, and I'm like, I don't know how this is going to...
How did that come together?
How did it come together? How's it going to turn out? Because here's a man that's supposed to be tough and rough, and you're exposing some of your weak points. And I'm like, how is this going to go over? But a lot of the men that were struggling the same way didn't know how to put it into words.
That's right.
And I'm thankful God gave me the gift to be able to express what they've been feeling.
Interesting you say that, because we had our good friend Dave Gussack with us here a couple of weeks back. This is a guy who, like you, has found a way in which he can help people express what they think, what they feel, what is motivating them. In his case, through visual art, and so particularly the business of art therapy. Here you come and say, oftentimes we don't find the words, or we find it very difficult to expose that part of ourselves.
Yes.
Where we have failed, or we feel we are failures.
Right.
And yet you come forward with music of this kind, and we immediately can go, man, I get it. I know where he's coming from.
Right.
Yeah. So there's that aspect of your music, and I think that's been the case through all the stuff that I've heard from you.
Yes. Yeah. It's just about, it's just all about, a lot of it's to do with my life, a lot of it to do with friends' life, a lot of it to do with struggle and remembering who you are.
And you seem to be unafraid, even though you might feel hesitant. You step up and say, no, I've got to put this out there.
Right. And then you're holding your breath. You kind of trust the Lord. You put it out there and you say, you feel that he told you to do, and you put it out there, and the first performance was actually, I performed this song back in May in front of several inmates, the sheriff, everybody was there, and nobody had ever heard it. And I'm thinking, I felt a push to do it. I'm like, okay, we'll do it. And while I'm doing it, everything got quiet. When we performed for the males and the females, when I performed for the males, everything got quiet. And I'm thinking, I don't know how this is going. But then
you're looking at the eyes, you're watching, what are they thinking?
Then they stood up, and then they started clapping along. And then we got a standing ovation with LDR, and I just thought, the Lord did that. The Lord touched their hearts to understand that, we're going through things. Yes, I was doing my best, and my family broke apart. I was doing my best, and I got back into drugs. I was doing my best, and now I'm back in jail. I was doing my best, and life happened. Through no fault of my own, some people, life happened to them.
My dad said to me one time, I felt sad because I didn't have the shoes until I met a man who had no feet.
Exactly.
So we look around and go, well, I wish I could be more like this. Well, but look at what you have done. Look at where you are. And because we're all on that same page, when you bring this to us, you're really speaking to that common framework, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. I made sure that during those two different performances the same day, I made sure they knew that there is no different. And a lot of them, because I have rank at the sheriff's office. I'm a sergeant, and they look at that as, "Ooh, Sarge, you haven't done that. You haven't been through this." I've been through a lot.
Yeah, man.
It's just that we've all been through a lot, but I'm the same as you. The difference between me and you is you got to get the Lord in your life. You got to trust on Him. You got to trust on Him, and it'll change your life.
Well, listen, my friend, we're going to do a little bit more than that. We're going to play some music for you.
All right, yes.
Folks, stay with me. I've got Donnie Jackson, the Saint. He's here, and we're going to hear this beautiful song, Pray For Me. So you stay right where you are. You're in tune with Tallahassee Talks with Brian Cerny.
Do you pray for me? Will you pray for me? I'ma keep it real, I got a few confessions. I done talked to a psych, I done set up some sessions. On the couch from the fallout, exposed, feeling all out. Girl did me wrong, yeah, she ripped my whole heart out. What about the kids, but she feel like she missed out. Went the job route, prestige and a little clout. Said she can't stay, no remorse or feeling. And I'm just trying to be whole, but while I'm waiting on healing, would you? I need somebody really to pray for me right now. I'm just trying to hold my family together. Sometimes I struggle. We all struggle. ever prayed to God holding nothing back? You ever gave everything you got? You ever waited on him to make a wrong thing right? Feeling empty inside, trying to escape the night? Have you ever went to church just praying for healing, still praising and crying while you fighting addiction? I've been in this house, just sit to get near. Sometimes it's hard to be whole while you're waiting on healing, so just listen. Everybody needs prayer. We face so many demons. Sometimes that anxiety hits and that fear and doubt hit in LDR, help me out. I've been blessed with everything. There are times in my doubt that I don't feel like I have a thing. Being blessed to provide, so I provide. Being blessed to pay the bills. Working this 5 to 5. Going to work, it's getting harder to clock in. I'm starting to lose my focus. It's harder to lock in, cause I'm locked in and boxing and watching the tears falling. The praying men as they sobbing. I clock in and I clocked out. I'm too tired, everybody in my room, please get out. Get in the bed and I knock out. By the time I wake up, everybody else knocked out. My heart weep as I watch them sleep. Trying to be the man God want me to be. Trying to be a better husband and a better dad. Trying to be a better man than I ever been. Somebody please pray for me. Never stop, never cease, every day for me. Kids, pray for your daddy. Cause your daddy ain't always happy. Pray I never give up. If I slip from the path that I get up. Pray that I be strong. To the iron rod I hold on. Somebody please pray for me. Never stop, never cease, every day for me. Kids, pray for your daddy. Cause your daddy ain't always happy. Pray I never give up. If I slip from the path that I get up. Pray that I be strong. To the iron rod I hold on.
There you have it, a song that will reach out and grab you wherever you are as you're listening today to this here fine radio show with our good friend, the Saint, Donnie Jackson. For those who don't know, you're not as familiar with your work. I mean, here you have this song, Pray For Me, that we just got to get blessed with. Where did that all start for you musically? Where did you first begin to say, man, I think I got something here I want to share in your music?
I think it's just a gift from the Lord, but where I started to think I have something, because I always used to walk around watching the Jackson 5 and doing music dances and
like
stuff
the
like
rest
that.
of us.
Yeah, and then I realized in elementary school that because you don't realize that sometimes you have a gift in things. You think everybody can do this,
Right.
and then you realize
That's your thing.
Yeah, people, and so it was at a field day, maybe in 5th grade, and I wrote the raps, and we all performed them, and we got a standing ovation, and I'm like, this is a good feeling, and I like this, and it came so easy to me. So I realized that really was the moment I realized this is everybody can't really do this, and so it continued from there. Many different performances, many different building, being molded, and
You know what I find particularly, I suppose, inspiring about the American experience musically is what you just referred to. In fact, the number of ways in which American music has expanded.
Oh, yes.
And the manner in which it has done so that a kid in 5th grade can realize musical ability and begin to express that without formal training, without particularly being familiar with one genre or another.
Right.
But when you stop and think about what's happened in the last 40 years, maybe 50 years, the 60s opened up a whole new way for us as a culture to think about the importance of music.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and I'm certainly no musicologist here, but a number of folks like you have sat in that chair. I mean, everybody from Michael Hannawalt to Leon Anderson to Scotty Barnhart to you name it. And they have in common this one idea, that there is music for every person out there.
Yes.
And your music obviously connects at a level that a lot of people identify with.
Right.
How do they let you know that? How do you stay in touch with your audience?
It's the responses. I look at the comments, but it's the live shows. There's nothing that beats a live show, right? That connection with a live show is to people that are performing. Some of them, because of the nature of this, there's something different about Christian music. It's something different about it. You can feel the spirit, and when you're touching on content, because that's the way you feel. You're passionate about it, and it comes out in your music. People are crying. Some people walk up after. That's the way I was feeling. Thank you for your music, and it lets you know too, like you were saying earlier, we're not in this alone. We all have the same struggles and feelings, and giving people hope. So the way I connect, and I know that I'm doing well. I run it through my wife too. She's such a beautiful singer, and I play it for my wife, for my kids. If it makes it past them, then I know I got something.
Yeah, that's your bureau right there.
They'll tell you the truth.
They're exactly right. They're gonna not spare any moment to say, hey, up or down. So you've got that, but Donnie, the thing that strikes me is for you and about you is your availability.
Yeah.
You seem to be a person who you don't filter a lot of people out of your sphere. You kind of have your hand open there to everybody.
Right, definitely. We and I don't know what it is, but we can see ourselves in other people if we'll stop. And if we'll stop and look, we'll see ourselves. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the color, the creed, or whether or not even that I agree with them. And a lot of that came from working in the detention facility also. The Lord has molded me through different experiences that you see people as a child of God, no matter what, we don't like what they do. But if I want to be like Christ, then he was able to love in a way that didn't mean that he accepted what they were doing. Go that way and sin no more.
What breaks my heart? Because I've been in church like you. I started in church when I was a little kid.
Okay.
And my wife and I pastored in 5 different churches, 5 different denominations over a period of about 25 years.
Wow. So you got much experience.
We had a lot of it. And sadly enough, we found in each one of those situations people that really thought God was angry at them and hated them.
Wow.
And I had one fellow say, well, God wanted to send me to hell, but Jesus died for my sins. I said, well, time out, man. Where does it say that? And by the way, have you read the New Testament? Have you taken any time? Let's go back to Luke 15 for a minute and talk about the father who sees that son coming back from being away all those years, throws his arms around him, starts kissing him, and puts a crown on his head.
Absolutely.
That's you, buddy. That's me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the Bible Belt here, John 3:16.
Yeah.
What it really means.
Yeah.
I have 3 sons. Be hard pressed to let one of my sons, die for someone else that, that'd be hard pressed to do. So definitely the Father loves us.
Yeah. Well, we're getting a little bit of that love right now, aren't we, son?
Oh,
folks, we got Donnie Jackson here for just a little bit longer, so you don't want to go nowhere because we got some more good stuff to talk about. Stay with me, folks. You're in tune with Tallahassee Talks. Welcome back to Tallahassee Talks with Brian Cerny, your humble host and our humble servant, the Saint, also known as Paradox Black, Donnie Jackson. Great music man he is. got to hear a piece of that a bit ago. Pray for Me. That's part of this EP that you've been working on. Tell us about that whole project.
Like I said, the whole project is just one of love. There's a song on it that has been finished already. It's called Higher, and wanting to lift people higher, letting them know that it doesn't matter where you are. We're trying to go up. We're trying to help them up off the ground. Get up and let's go higher. And so I love that song, Higher. It's faster paced. It's really put a lot of energy and fast rap into that. So my wife was a critic of that. She said, this is good, but it's a lot. So I'm like, they can rewind it and they can catch what I'm saying. And there's one called Stronger. And all of it's about being healed, healing season. You can be stronger and you can do it through Christ. Get back up, but you got to want to, you know. The scriptures tell us that, you know, a righteous man is going to fall 7 times. We're going to get back up, though. And so there's another one called Blessings, to remind people in an EP that we're blessed. And I think we talked about it off the air, too. We're blessed. We don't realize it when we compare ourselves to other people. But my wife was struggling with stage 3 breast cancer. It went away. It became stage 4. It went from her breast to her lungs to her brain right now. Each time they told her she was going to die. When it became stage 4, that was 5 years ago. She's still here. She was supposed to die 5 years ago. So we're blessed. Every moment is a blessing. And if we look at it like that, hopefully this EP lets people know you're blessed.
It's important to,
you're blessed.
It's important to consider that, right? In the darkest of times, or we look across the aisle and we go, man, that person doesn't seem to have any problems. Look at how they got it all going on. And a friend of mine said, don't you believe that? Everybody has stuff they're dealing with.
Absolutely.
Some of us are better at hiding it, as you mentioned earlier, and some of us don't know how to even let you see any of that.
Yeah.
But it's all there. And your message is, well, guess what? God doesn't, he's not blind either.
Absolutely.
In fact, he sees it from the inside out. He knows what you're dealing with.
Absolutely. And if we would allow ourselves to be healed, it's funny when the 10 came to the Lord and he healed, he blessed all of them and only one came back. So literally only that one really got it and was cleaned up spiritually.
It's interesting you say that, because so oftentimes I think, why are you asking him what he wants you to do for him? You know that, don't you know? The man is blind. What do you think he's going to ask? And my wife said, well, that's because he wants you to ask. He wants you to say, this is what I need, and this is what I want you to do for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've sometimes we don't take time to reflect on what it is. We're just on a rat race, and we need to think about, what do I want in life? A
friend of mine said recently, he talking about faith, and he said, faith isn't trying to get God to do something. Faith is realizing that it's done.
Absolutely.
And now all you're doing is opening yourself up to say, okay, I receive what you've already done. And that can be material, can be emotional, can be psychological, can be relational, whatever. There are those things already in place inside of you, right?
Absolutely. And I'm hoping with Healing Season, the EP, they'll realize that it's time to be healed. The Lord wants to heal you. He loves you. And sometimes we reject it. Sometimes people are caught in cycles where they're not used to things going good.
Sure.
So we gotta whatever work needs to happen. It's Healing Season, and hopefully these songs will change their perspective about their own selves.
Yeah. It's that word sozo that we translate as save.
Right.
And we hear that and say, you and your entire household will be made whole. Be
Absolutely.
Saved, be healed, be made well. And I think that's important because that's available to everybody.
Absolutely.
It's like the guy was hanging there on the cross next to him. And he said, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And he looked over at him. He said, today you're going to be with me in paradise. And if you notice, he didn't ask him to pray the sinner's prayer.
Absolutely.
He didn't ask him to do nothing. There was nothing he could do. But that's, to me, that's so-so. That's the healing grace and mercy that we're talking about.
Absolutely, yeah.
That is on deposit, ready for you. I've told a friend of mine, it's a bank account that's got $10 million in it. It's got your name on it. You've never drawn any of that money. And you come and find out, wait a minute.
Yes.
All of this is mine. And you did that for me. I had one guy call me one day. He was just sobbing over the phone. And he was talking about the life that he'd been living. And I said to him, Jesus didn't come to die for your sins. And that really got his attention because that's all he ever knew. I said, he came because he wanted you to be one with him. That was his mission. Now, whatever the price tag was, he was willing to pay the price.
Right.
But it wasn't just getting you off the hook. It was
right.
about you finding that there is a loving God who wants to be one with you, and it has been done. It's already done.
That's right.
Came up out of that grave, death died.
That's right.
But in that regard, I think the church oftentimes gets so confused and even deceived to think that somehow I've got to get Donnie Jackson over here to straighten up and fly right, to be a good man. Like, well, what does that mean? Is if either you're a man or you're not. I mean, if you're a dachshund, what's a good dachshund versus it's like
yes.
that. It's kind of a weird, but that's the relationship that gets ignored, don't you think?
I do think so. I think that the Lord put Jacob and Esau. That story is very interesting.
Yes, it is.
And I think that we learned from Jacob that he was still the covenant, right?
Yeah.
And
in spite of himself.
And that's what I think it's about. The Lord's letting us know that when we become covenant, He loves us, and it's there, and we're gonna stumble, we're gonna fall, and I'm sure that those experiences let me know that could have chosen someone that could have towed the line and been really, really righteous. I'm sure he could have, but He's here to show us that He can take a stone and make it children of Abraham, right? It's His power, and He loves us all. So I think, and that's just part of my mission right now, is to let people know.
I'm hearing it, man.
He'll change your life.
I'm hearing
Just
it.
got to let Him come in.
And it's called Healing Season, this EP that our dear brother Donnie Jackson is bringing forward with including this song, Pray For Me. Folks, a blessing to have this guy in studio today. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Donnie, thank you.
Thank you
for making the time
I
available.
love Moose.
I know you're busy, but it's good to have you back in among the fold here.